Okay, it is February 10th, 2020, and yes, last time we created, well, a pretty lame jump. Let me just stop and restart my game right here, see? We have our jump working, we can move our cat, and we have the changing of the backgrounds working. We have 3 cat lives. That's all we have so far. The cat does not feel pain. The cat does a pretty lame jump, and there's no way to lose lives yet. And we're going through this brown little hill that we were coming through. We don't want to actually be able to go through some things. We want that brown to be a wall. So there's a lot of things we're going to be adding to this. The first thing we're going to do is, how about this? We're going to get rid of this very, very lame jump and make a really, really realistic, really nice looking jump. This is arguably the hardest thing that I need to teach you guys how to do. Don't worry if you do not 100% understand it. If you don't, that's okay. As long as you kind of understand it. But before we even do that, take a look at this paragraph. Do you understand how to do a very, very lame jump? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes? Look at that paragraph yourself on your screen. Would you be able to do this later on if you had to get a lame jump to work? That's what I'm hoping. All right. So let's go ahead. If you guys can please turn off your screen. And now we're going to get into a very realistic jump. But this is actually a little bit tricky, and it requires a little bit of explaining for this to work. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add something in a minute called gravity. Now, before we even get that far, here's what I want to do. I want to be able to, if I drag my cat, and yes, you can drag your cat even while the game is playing. I can actually drag my cat anywhere I want. Well, when I hit the green flag again, he'll start back over wherever you had him start. But I could drag him anywhere I want. The first thing I want to have happen is for gravity to work, kind of. Now, game gravity is going to be a little bit different from real gravity. Gravity is going to pull us down, of course. That's what real gravity does too. Our game gravity is also going to pull us down. But here's the difference between real life gravity and our game gravity. We do want it to pull us down, but we don't want it to keep on pulling us down. Well, why not? Because then it'll pull you down through the grass and then all the way down to the bottom where your ears will be popping out on the bottom of your screen and you can barely see anything. Do you see what I'm saying? So our game gravity will be like real gravity, except we want it to stop at some point. Well, when is that some point? Take a guess. What do you think?
Before they touch the grass.
All right. When you touch the grass, I don't want gravity to work anymore. That is exactly how our game gravity is going to work. So let me just try a couple of things here. Let me make this a little bit smaller so I have more room to program. And I'm going to make a new paragraph. Green flag, forever. Let me just try this. Forever change my y value by -10. Let me zoom in. A little bit laggy now, but okay, let's see if this works. Green flag. Ooh, yikes. It did work, but look, it started my cat off in a wrong position, but yay, it's working. Let me unzoom in because it's laggy when I use my digital zoom there. See, look, it's raining cats. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so see, step 1 is working. We have gravity working in that it pulls us down, but it's not stopping when I hit the grass. So remember, this is actually, Miss Yang, that's so basic, Miss Yang. You just got like 3 pieces there, forever, change y by -10. Guys, that's how real programming is done. Do not try to bite off more than you can chew. Don't try to get everything like, I'm going to totally get everything to work. No. Can you even get your cat to fall down? Very, very small, simple steps. Does that make sense to you, right? Small and simple steps. Sorry, let me zoom out of here. All right, see, I'm happy with that. Well, now what I want to have happen is for that to stop whenever I'm touching the grass. So here's what I can do. I'm going to get not just an if. I could do that, but it's actually going to be better if I do an if-else. See, so in other words, what this if-else does, if whatever's inside of this diamond is true, then do what's inside of mouth number 1. Otherwise, if this is not true, do what's inside of mouth number 2. That's what the if-else does. Whereas if there's only one choice, this is more like a fork in a road. Depending on what happens here, it'll execute either 1 or 2, right? Here, the if, depending on if this is true or false, it'll either execute what's inside of 1 or not do anything at all, right? It'll skip on to what's ever below the if, right? So I actually want 2 different outcomes. So I'm actually going to drag this one. And guess what I'm going to put in the diamond piece? Let me go to sensing. Touching color. Put that inside of here. And of course I want to change that color to my grass color. Sorry, it's laggy because I'm using my zoom tool. Click here.
33, 100, 100.
You got really good memory. But we don't need to remember because we can just click on the eyedropper and click right here on our background. So, ooh, good memory. That's right, 33, 100. Yeah, you're right on. All right, so, but don't worry if you don't remember, because, if your color is different from mine, don't type in that color, because if your color was like 32, 100, and 100, well, then yours isn't going to stop when it hits the grass, because your grass color is different from mine. So make sure you get the eyedropper just in case, and click on your green grass right there to get it. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do now. Sorry, let me zoom out real quick, because it's getting laggy, and I don't like this. Okay, and let me shrink that side so I can see what in the world I'm doing here. All right. So look, if I touch green, do I want it to be pulling me down through the grass? Yes or no? No. So don't do nothing. Otherwise, if I'm not touching green, pull me down. Do you understand what's going on here? Do you understand logically what I've just done here? So now, let's throw that inside of the forever. Zoom out. Drag my cat up here. Bam. See? Here, let me make it a little bit bigger. See? Perfect. It's pulling me down. As long as you're not touching green, gravity is going to be pulling you down. Okay. I'm going to pause the video, turn on your screens. I want you to get this far with me right now. Get that to work for me, please. Oh, is it recording yet? Let me see. Yes. Okay, we're back. All right, so it looks like everybody got that to work. Now, this is just the beginning of what we want to do. Now, I'm going to do something that's going to, this is the hard part. I know so far you're like, Mr. Yang, this isn't hard at all. Yeah, I know. But we're gonna add on a couple more things that's going to make it a little bit tricky. This would work perfectly for what we're doing right now, but actually what we're, in order to make jump work, I'm going to do something a little bit complex that might seem over your head. What I'm going to do is I am going to make a new variable called gravity. Click here. Click this button here, make a variable. I'm going to call it gravity. Always have it for all sprites, never change it to this one. All right, so now I have a variable called gravity. And I'm actually going to change this a little bit. The reason why I need to do this, and when you see this, it's not going to make a lot of sense to you. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make it. Watch me make this, and you're going to have no idea what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to try to explain it in just a minute after that. Okay, so let me just get working here. Let me make this smaller. I am going to set not my cat lives, so it's on cat lives by default. I don't want cat lives, but I'm going to change that to gravity here. If I'm touching green, I'm going to set that to 0. And I'm going to drag this out here. This used to be my gravity, my change y by -10. But instead, I'm going to do something else. Replacing that change y by -10, I'm going to change my gravity by -1. only -1, not -10? Yes, -1. And I'm going to put that where that blue piece used to be, inside the else. And then, here's the part that's really tricky. I need this gravity. Look where I'm grabbing it. I'm grabbing this circular gravity piece. In place of this -10, change y by -10. I'm going to say change y by whatever gravity happens to be. Okay, I'm done. Now I need to fix jump. Now when I do this, jump is going to look really, really good. But let me just kind of explain what's going on here. Michelle, what in the world? You kind of hacked this and it's completely different. Well, let's start with the easy stuff. Do you understand what I'm doing here? If you're touching green, have gravity nulled out at 0. Does that make sense to you? Right? Because gravity is always, look at this paragraph here, this new paragraph that I make. Gravity is always going to now pull down your cat. It's always going to be affecting your cat's Y position. That's your up and down position. Gravity will always, even if you're not doing anything, it's always pulling you down. But if you're touching green, it's going to pull you down by nothing. Does that make sense? Do you guys understand that part so far? Okay, now here's the tricky part to understand is what in the world is this change gravity by -1? Why just -1? Why don't you do -10? Well, because guys, every nanosecond, it's changing your y by whatever gravity is. If I do 10 here, it's going to be changing it. It'll be like -1,000 in no time is what your gravity will be. And gravity will be so heavy that you can't even jump anymore. I mean, it's just going to be pulling you way, 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 way down. I want -1, which is a smaller number. Guys, if I had a basketball and I throw the basketball up in the air as high as I can right now, pretend there's no ceiling, right? I throw the basketball up in the air. As it's reaching the peak of how high it's going to go, is it speeding up or slowing down? Which one? Slowing down. And as the ball comes back down, dropping down to the ground, is it speeding up or slowing down? That's how real gravity works. You guys totally understand that. That's exactly what I've just implemented here. See, because gravity keeps on getting, so speeding up means it's becoming a bigger and bigger and bigger negative number because it's moving downward, right? So this is going to keep on speeding up because it's just going to keep on pulling it down. Now, that's exactly what I've just implemented. I haven't fixed our jump yet. We're going to do that in just a minute, but I want you guys to catch up to me in just a second. Let me show you guys now. Let's see if you guys can actually see if gravity is different. Here, let me do it right here. Now let me drop my cat and it's not. Look, do you see this -887 right here? The reason why it didn't work is because I made a new paragraph, but it's not lit up yet because it didn't activate it. So let me hit the green flag. And now that it's active, now that this paragraph is actually on, now let me drag my cat up into the air and let him go. And do you notice he's dropping down what seemingly, the farther he falls, the faster he falls is what's going on now. And in fact, it's pulling him down too much. It's going almost through the ground sometimes, which is okay, but that's what's going on. Okay, now I want you guys to turn on your screen and catch up to what I have done here. Let me zoom into my work right here and go ahead and copy that. And let me pause my video as well. Sorry, I need to pause my video. Video. Hang on. Sorry. Let me unzoom in on that because I need to control my mouse. Pause. Okay, we're back. All right, so now we're going to get jump to work. This jump that we have is going to be no longer useful for us because we've set in place something called gravity, and gravity is actually going to be, this messes up with our gravity. So we're going to change the way jump works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw away all the innards of this if statement. See? These three pieces, change y by 50, wait a second, change y by negative 50. We don't want that to work anymore. What we're going to do instead is replace that with, we're going to set, not cat lives. Don't forget to change that. Lots of people forgot. Gravity. Now, this is just a matter of trial and error. You're going to try some different numbers there. What I found to work is around 12. Well, Miss Shane, what in the world are you doing? That's going to make our character jump? Yes, because look, that's a positive 12. Think of it this way. Whenever you jump up in the air, you're defying gravity. Gravity is trying to pull you downward with a negative number. And when you go ahead and set your y position to a positive number, and this piece right here, this paragraph is always changing whatever you are by your y value by whatever gravity is. When you change gravity to 12, that's going to make you go up by 12 thanks to this paragraph that's always active. So let me go ahead and try this out, and let's see what happens. Stop and restart my game. And it's not working. Stop. Restart my game. Okay. I don't know why this glitch sometimes happens. Let me drop him down. That works. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. If this, I don't know why this happens sometimes. Let me do this. File, save to your computer. Double click to save to this one. Yes, replace. Stop. Green flag. Oh, shoot. Okay, something is going on. Did I forget something? It's kind of working, but kind of not. What's going on? Okay, you know what? Here, let me... The only thing I have different is I have a... From last time is I want to put a wait 0.1 second there, but I don't think that's going to affect that. Let me try this. Oh, yeah. There it goes. Okay. All right, so we got it working. We need to add, take a look. We need to add a wait 0.1 second right here. And then we're going to just replace the innards of that to set gravity to 12. All right, turn on your screens. Try to get that to work. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and try it out. And your game should be pretty fun with that new jump.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let me pause the video. All right, we're back. And looks like students are having a lot of fun. All right, raise your hand if you need any help.
Oh, yes.
Hopefully everybody's got that.
But, like, I can go through the wall.
Yes, I know. We're going to fix that
Can we, like
next. Well, not next. Next. All right, guys. Anybody need any help? Did you all get that so it doesn't double jump anymore? Okay.
Oh, I know how to get under the ground.
All right, guys. I need you all to stop and turn off your screens for just a second here. Stop and turn off your screens for just a second here.
I already hashed your game.
Wait. I'm going to give you guys a challenge. Okay, here we go. And we're back. All right, all your screens are off. So let me show you guys the code for what we're supposed to do here. Screens off, please. Screens off. All right, so I need to make a new paragraph. So obviously green flag, and obviously forever if touching color red, right? Grab that, put that there, click here, click on my eyedropper, click on red. There it goes. If touching color red, I need to change my cat lives by -1, of course. Now, that's going to keep on doing -1 over and over again. So what you need to do is what I would do is wait a second. So wait, maybe 1 second might be a little bit too long. So I'm going to put 0.3 seconds. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have him get out of there. How do I do that? Well, you can use this, go to. Let me right click, duplicate. Well, I don't want all those extra pieces with me, but let me put it down. Oh, where did it go?
It just disappeared.
Just disappeared on me. I said duplicate, darn you. Hang on. I'm going to just grab just that one
Hey, I found that piece.
and put it like that. All right, turn on your screens. And if you don't have this, get this right now and stop your game, restart it, and it should work, hopefully. I haven't tried mine, but let me just zoom in so you guys can see this better. Get that to work. When you have it working, file save.
Wait, but doesn't it?
Oh. Shouldn't that work? No?
I did like a full on another paragraph.
Did you make like it just go to and then get rid of the lines and install it?
Yes, you could do that. Yes, that would be another way of doing it, yeah. Having the go to first and then change lives after that. Yes.
I did that and didn't put in the weight.
Wait, so it restarts to that backdrop, not the first backdrop, right?
Yeah, just on that backdrop, right. We could make it restart on a different backdrop if we wanted to. But for now, just get this part done.
Also, it's like this.
Let's see if mine worked. Green flag. I'm going to die real quick. Let's give it a try.
Oh, like -1 lives. Let's go.
Yep. Falls in. And not the best, but it does work. See? Every time I jump in there, he loses a life and he restarts back over there. All right, guys. File save. We're going to stop here for today. File save and overwrite your existing file. File save. No, don't save it into the wrong person's stuff. Double click your old file and yes, replace it. All right, that's it for today. Bye-bye.